Disclaimer. I'm not saying anybody should follow me. I'm not saying that I'm right. I'm not saying that you're wrong. But I'm not saying you're right. This is my story. Okay. So anyways, yeah. I wasted 2 years of my life teaching myself how to code. You heard it right. So this is what happened. 2 years ago, saw a video by Chris Sean saying something about I learned how to become a web developer in 2 months, self-taught, something like that. And it got me really motivated, you know. I'm thinking like, oh wow, this guy taught himself how to code. He taught himself in a short amount of time. He didn't have to go to school, and he can get a job. So I'm like thinking, this guy can fucking do it. Why can't I? So I, started going that route, and I stumbled across a coding course by Rob Day. Link in the description down below. And it said, oh, if you do this shit, this course, you're gonna be fucking great. I saw great reviews, made sense. Just to find out that the language is obsolete. 95, no, not even 95, it was like maybe 60% of the course was useless because nobody's using the language anymore. Technology moves fast. But that didn't stop me. I was really motivated, and I decided, you know what? Hug it. Yeah. I was gonna decide to keep studying and keep applying to jobs until I land something. Because if Chris Sean can do it, bro, I can do it too. Because the guy only had like 3 months or 1 month's worth of studying, and on top of that, again, I live in the Bay Area. A whole bunch of tech companies. Yeah, you would imagine that the hiring rate's pretty high. Yeah, and also keep in mind that I also was barely working. I was scraping by. I was working just enough just to pay up the bills. And I didn't go out. I didn't eat. I didn't see my friends. I didn't see quite a bit of family just because I wanted this job. I wanted to work and become a web developer. I kept at it for a whole bunch of months. And then finally I struck gold. Or I struck on something. I landed an internship at a startup. And it was awesome, I had a whole bunch of experience. I gained a lot of experience there, and met some cool people, got some free food, some cool, nice little finger food. You know what I'm saying? And that free coffee though, Keurig, bruh, it was nice. Definitely different than any other job I've had. It was an experience, but. Pero I was getting paid $25 a day. Yeah, that was not sexy at all. But I was thirsty, man. Like, I put in that amount of work in. I had to show something for it. I was willing to do anything for a job. I was willing to put something somewhere. Like the garbage. And after 3 months of doing that, didn't work out. I definitely slaved for them. Try to be the earliest first and last one out, just like we do. Marine crops. But still, that wasn't enough. They did teach me a lot, but it wasn't enough to teach me how they do their work. Didn't exactly teach me troubleshooting skills. It's mainly like, yeah, do this for me, thanks. Which I didn't mind, It was cool. It was an internship. They didn't promise me to get hired, but I still asked. That pretty much completely obliterated every speck of hope I had for becoming a web developer. But there is a good thing that came out of all this mess and despair. All from just seeing 2 videos on YouTube. Yeah, seeing these 2 videos made me realize something huge, and it kind of like was the matrix for me. Link in the description down below. It made me realize I don't want to work. I don't want to spend my time, my money, my effort for someone else. I don't want to do it. Not after what happened. You know, I think that's across the board. If that happens to anybody else, I think it's a good sign that there's something wrong with the system that we live in. And yeah, that's for another video. The main thing is I just want to be free. That's it. Is that you really got to look at all the factors when it comes to, you know, jumping into a new industry or job or trade or whatever, because you don't want to waste all of that on something that at the end of the day you're not going to enjoy, or you're not going to get, or it's not going to make as much money. So I did do some studying. I did look up reviews. I did take people's advice. Krishan. I ain't saying names, but Krishan. I'm not meaning to drop names. Krishan! But they did give me hope. Point is, study. Learn. Make sure this is your shit. This is your factor. This is what you want to spend the rest of your life. That's it. And again, that's just my story. That is what has been going on with me. And yeah, like, share, subscribe. Squirrels. See you later.